bouncing off. Back op Discord kyk. Oh, okay. Ja, daar's hy.
Good evening, guys, and welcome to the final round of the V8 Supercars series, all the way from Bathurst. This is the one that everyone was looking forward to. It is one of the trickiest tracks on Assetto Corsa. Combined with these cars, not for the faint-hearted. With me in the commentating booth, Ernest, welcome and glad to have you. It's your first time in the deep end of the pool. We've done a lot of new things this weekend that's throwing people into the pool, but yeah, looking forward to a superb race, a 45 minutes race, and it's got to be a thriller.
Good, no, thank you, Melvin. Looking forward to sit with you in the commentating box and see what unfolds tonight.
Well, I see Peter Gelderwijs there on the chat, so he's actually got a Clear Cup coming up, but he still wants to watch the stream. So welcome, Peter, and happy to have you here. Well, on the grid here, we see on the left, we see Dylan Visagi. Right next to him, Dani van Rooyen. Dani van Rooyen just pipping Dylan to the post for pole position. Ryan Lurik taking third place. Melvin Gous taking fourth. Fifth place, we have Peter Gelderwijs in a Camaro. Sixth place, Jaco Wiese driving with a broken ankle. After being out for 4 weeks, he decided to stuff it. He's taken the casting off and he's here to race. And they are revving up. They're going to be off in a few seconds. And let's see what happens here.
Yeah, looks like a clean start.
Dylan Visagi getting a better start there. Dani van Rooyen on the inside, touching the curb. That's not going to be... Yeah, you can see there Dylan getting a better run out of the corner. But I do believe as soon as Dani gets the slipstream, he's going to be able to make a move there on Dylan. And Melvin goes right up there. Jaco Wiese following suit. And look at Ryan Lurik. Ryan Lurik as well. Dani van Rooyen on the inside there of Dylan.
Yeah, and you can see Donnie's already made that move that you were talking about. He just needed a clean track, and he's put himself right in front. Now we can see it's the tricky part coming up. Let's see how the cars go through this first couple of chicanes.
Well, basically the top three for the championship has been decided. Dani has taken the championship, so he's purely driving here tonight for bragging rights. And sorry, I've just got some info here from the back. But you can see that Dani pulling away ever so slightly. He's racing in for bragging rights. Dylan cutting the curb there. Dylan pushing for points. But second place and third place has already been snapped up by Peter Gelderwijs and Michael Russ respectively. So this whole event tonight, 45 minutes of racing with a pit stop, is purely for the fun of it and for bragging rights.
Yeah, and you can see Donnie's already enjoying himself out there. He's obviously loving the bragging rights, and yeah, well done for clinging that championship. Like you said, Donnie van Rooyen first, Michael Ross second, and Peter Gelderwijs third.
And the man on the fly, Ryan Lurik, back after some weeks off, having sold his house and moving houses and working late, and runs wide.
Oh, runs wide.
Well, what I was about to say, Ryan Lurik on a new wheel. He's had that wheel in storage for some time, and he's taken it out finally after a couple of months and getting used to it, and you can see him quickly getting into the groove of things, and he's going to be someone to look out for.
Yeah, 100%. I think he made a slight error there, clipping the curb, but as I know, Ryan, he's going to fight quite hard back at it, and he wants to get his nose back into that first, second or third position.
And this is one of my favorite endurance drivers. We call him Uncle Peter Gelderwijs, the oldest member from SRA, right up there in fifth place. And I can promise you, keep an eye on this chap. Jaco Wiese and Melvin Gous there side by side in the Sim Magic liveries. It's a Ford and a Mustang, same colours, dicing for position here. But keep an eye on Peter Gelderwijs. This is what he thrives for. This is what he's used to. He is an endurance racer, and I can promise you, he is gonna be right up there towards the end.
Yeah, 100%. Peter always just puts himself out there in the front, and he will fall back at stages, but then once you look at him, he's right back at it again.
Oh, and Ryan hitting the wall super hard there.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's...
You see Yannick
Oh,
could
this
see
is
there.
it. Yep.
Yannick could see a challenging Peter Geldenhuys, but Ryan's also coming into the race here. So for 45 minutes race, these guys are really pushing it quite hard, and I don't know if these tires are going to last.
Yeah, that's right. I think they've got a pit stop and they've all got their pit strategies. So let's see who has dialed it in correctly, and we'll see who gets the most out of those tires. Like you say, as soon as you go into those drift areas, the tires really heat up and plays a nominal game in the 45 minutes race.
And Yannick could see there right on the back of Peter Geldenhuys. Both of the Piri and the Camaro, Yannick and the Mustang. What's going to happen here? And you see a late dive there by Michael Russ. Michael Russ going on the inside of Ryan Ludwig. So Ryan struggling a bit after he went off. Not sure if he's running a different tyre compound, but he's going to read past Michael. He's going for a move on the inside. Going to try and get to Ryan's car quick. And watch this. Oh, and Ryan is absolutely pushing it super hard at the moment.
Yes, you can see they side by side going through. Once one guy goes a bit too wide, they just helps the other guy bringing in.
Peter Geldenhuys running super wide there. Not sure what happened there. But that's cost him 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. So he's got his work cut out. But as I said earlier, Ernest, this is one guy to look out for during endurance race. He knows exactly how to pamper a car and get to the end. And Yannick could see running super wide. That allows Michael Rust as well as Ryan Ludwig to pass him.
Yes, indeed. Like I said to you earlier, you just make one mistake and the guys pass you, and you see Peter will slowly just be consistent and get right back there in the top.
And you see Jay de Villiers there. I see him also joining chat. And evening Jay in the Pizza Hut car. We had to give you a Pizza Hut. And Jay right up there with Michael Russ and Yannick could see him. We see Peter Geldenhuys there having to fight his way back. We just saw a quick glimpse there of Kevin Kraus, I do believe, one of our newest members. And sadly for him, he's decided to join this league on one of the trickiest tracks on a setter, in one of the hardest cars to drive. He is going to have his work cut out for him for sure.
Oh no, you're 100% right. I think the combination of the cars and this Bathurst track is really not a good recipe for a beginner. But you know what? What do? You just jump in it and you go for it. I mean, all kudos to him for trying this track with this car. I'm sure he's going to have a steep learning in this event.
He's definitely getting used to it, and as you said, he's been thrown into the deep end. The most difficult car to drive, and unfortunately for him, he fiddled with the steering settings before the race. So not the happiest man out there, but putting the laps in, getting it to the end, that is the main aim.
No, 100%. No, perfect number there for Kevin there. And there we go.
The champ going at it, going to work, putting his head down. I can tell you thus far that Donnie has clinched the V8 Supercars Series. We've got the Touring Car Series coming up next weekend. Donnie leading that one as well. Massive dice between him and Dylan Visagie, who's currently running in second, but not being able to hold the candle here. So that is another championship still to be decided between these two. They're good friends. They work together, they race together, they set the cars up together. But once the flag drops, the bullshit stops.
No, you're 100%. I mean, Don is just a different animal in that vehicle. You can see he just lives with it. I mean, he's obviously a fan of the Mustang, enjoys it thoroughly, and he just knows how to dial in that car. And I mean, well done, Donnie, for showing us all how it's done. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to follow in his footsteps. And Donnie is obviously one of those guys that easily helps people. So,
that is Jakovice going super wide. I do believe that his right foot got stuck on the petrol. I mean, he did break it. So, but look at Ryan Ludwig. Ryan Ludwig absolutely flying. He's broken away from Jakovice, and he's now on a charge to try and catch Melvin Gous. So, Ryan Ludwig has got other things in mind. He's not that low down in the championship. As I said earlier, it's all for bragging rights, and Ryan wants to brag here tonight.
Yeah, indeed. I can see he's right coming back up onto Melvin's backside there, and I think a couple of laps, 1 or 2 laps, and he'll be right up there.
Well, I think the closest guys at this stage, we've got Jay de Villiers there, hunting down. Yeah, Jay de Villiers on the rear bumper of Yannick Coetzee. Yannick Coetzee also on a new wheel. He's moved over from the trustworthy Logic to a Thrustmaster, and as we all know, it's something to get used to. A lot higher forces, a lot more direct, and Jay putting in a pass there. Can he make it on?
Oh wow, he's going to take it.
No. Yannick
Just missed it.
just got that one dialed in, and the Camaro actually in the series we've seen is super quick, good on brakes.
Yeah, I've seen that the balance on it is just quite a bit better, and you can see the guys just get the better line out of each corner.
And it seems like Michael Rust currently is, we're just trying to get a cap on what's happening here, and it seems like Michael Rust is also catching up to Jakovisa. And look at this, Jay de Villiers again, going for pass, he backs out of it, but Jay is definitely quicker, but all of this is allowing Pieter Geldenhuys to run in.
Oh, there we go.
Yannick goes wide, so can Jay pull this one off?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, he's got the pass done.
Yeah, he's done it.
Our old Cape Townian coolie doing what he does best. Drive the balls of the car.
And now let's see Peter. If Peter can also put Yanni under pressure there, like you said, let's have a look at it. Peter always drives a superb race.
He's not going to be in any hurry for sure. He's got to just hold back, watch what these guys are doing. They're in a battle. Oh, and Jay goes to the gas.
Jay's slightly wide.
Look at this. Yanni is not holding back.
Wow, that's about it.
Yanni is absolutely on a charge.
Late on the brake.
Yanni actually a rally driver, so that would explain a lot from his driving tactics at the moment. Oh, and Yanni going sideways. That's going to cost him a lot of time. And there we go.
Peter.
Peter just waited for that move. Now he's going to put his head down. We can check. I think Yanni might have to slip here.
Yes,
side
indeed,
by side. He's on the outside though.
This is going to be a very difficult corner.
And Peter carefully backs out of it. He knows that Yanni is a wild man on a hunt, and usually the hunt goes wrong. So as I said, guys, have a look out for Pieter Geldenhuys. He's an old hand at these kind of races, and I would not count him out as yet.
Yeah, I think it's important. Sorry, go for the mark.
No worries. Back to the lead. Dani van Rooyen just keeping the gap between him and Dylan. He does not want Dylan to come too close and start a battle, because that will allow these two guys, Melvin Gous, and look at this. Ryan Ludik is actually catching up to Melvin quite quick, so I think Melvin might have got his setup wrong, and he might be struggling with tyres, where we said earlier on Ryan was struggling a bit with grip, but now he's got the scar dial in, he's absolutely flying.
Yeah, you can see that I said a bit earlier, take it 3 or 4 laps, and yeah, what I said happened. You can see Ryan is right there, just up behind Melvin, and so let's see, maybe another lap or 2, and he'll be pressurizing him from left to right, making him heat up the tyres even more and capitalize on the late break.
Well, I see we've got a slight issue on the stream here. If you can just watch this battle for us and take us through it. I'm just going to try and sort our problem that we've got here on the streaming side.
That's fine. So you can see Melvin went a bit wide there. Ryan is exactly behind him now at the moment. Let's have a look at this final corner. This is normally where the guys outbrake themselves, and let's have a look. Ryan right up there, so obviously, went a bit wide onto that one, but maybe I'm sure he's got the slip down here, and let's see what they do down at the bottom.
Well, guys, if you guys are watching and there's any issues on the stream, I did some settings now, just let me know. But as they go, Ryan Ludik now attacking Melvin Gous here, and it's going to be a battle of the admins. And Ryan's super late on the brakes there. I'm waiting for the guys to reply to us on the chat here just to see if the stream is okay now. I did some changes there. We did have an issue, but and Melvin really struggling with grip there. And Ryan has got this Camaro dialed in perfectly.
I think there's a very good balance between driving this car to its limits and overdriving it. I think as soon as you slightly overdrive that car, you tend to go into an understeer situation, and and then the other guy capitalizes on.
Ryan at the moment on an absolute fly. I think he's currently the quickest man on track, and I don't think Melvin has got any answers for him. Ryan is literally, he's got the scar dialed in, he's got the grip going down, and this should be an interesting battle to watch for a couple of laps.
Exactly. Oh, slightly oversteer in that corner, and that will just give Ryan the better momentum out of the corner. Let's see what they do in this straight.
Again, Melvin is all over the place. He is, I think you've got it right there, Ernest. He is overdriving this car, whereas Ryan is just keeping it smooth and conserving his tyres. Oh, and Ryan goes a bit sluggish there.
This is going to be where the interesting part is. Normally this corner's got to have yo, and Melvin goes wide.
So these two guys, they've been battling at this for 3 years, and it's never stopped, and they're continuing to do so. Oh, now they've got a back marker. They're catching up to Kevin Krause. Kevin, his first race ever, and I think this might be a bit of a fright for him, because these guys are in an absolute massive battle, and they're literally going to try and get past him as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I think it's the worst possible place where you've got the highest speed on the track. And I'm sure Kevin is trying his best to basically get the most out of the car. Oh, and it's a double up.
And Melvin goes on the outside there. Kevin moving out of the way. Ryan getting past. Oh, and poor Kevin going off there, unfortunately. But I mean, as we said, it's his first ever event. And what a difficult car track combo to choose to start a league.
Yeah, and I think you need to look at that. Well, he's looking in the rearview mirror, doesn't know should he go left, should he go right. And yeah, that split second is just what basically where Melvin just touched him.
Well, this is the closest guys at the moment. In the background there, we can see Michael Rust catching up to Jakovisa. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. They both got past the car of Kevin Krause there. And a massive battle ensuing here, but I'm pretty sure Ryan is going to... He's got to get past Melvin somehow. Melvin's struggling with grip, and Ryan just got that. And there we go. Melvin's sliding a bit of a contact there.
Oh.
And that's going to... Ryan has made the pass. Ryan has gone past him. And I think Ryan is going to run away with this one. Back to the leaders where Dani is just controlling this. And you can see how close to the walls he runs this car. He knows this track perfectly. He's got this car set up perfectly. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I think Dani is just going to take this thing home. There is no one at this stage that is quicker than him on track.
No, indeed. I mean, like you said, Dani has just tuned in that car. You can see it every turn he takes. He basically just slides past that concrete, and then it's like a hand fitting a glove. Dani has just got it dialed in.
So you can see Michael Rust there chasing down Jakovisi. Jakovisi currently in 5th place, Michael in 6th place. Michael actually, I haven't got the results in front of me, but Michael having taken one of the podium steps in the championships, along with Pieter Geldenhuys and Dani van Rooyen already taking the championship. But they're all doing this for the joy. Jaco returning with a broken foot. Don't know how he's doing it. He said he's taken the cast off, and he's just going to drive the living hell of it. And up front we can see Ryan Lurik. Yes, oh, and Ryan goes a bit sideways there. So Ryan is not holding back. Ryan is pushing super hard at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's trying to open that gap.
And Melvin loses it. Melvin lost that one big time, and we have lost him in the action there. Not sure what happened here. Oh, and Jakovisa made contact. Jaco turning around there. That allowed Jay de Villiers, Pieter Geldenhuys to pass. Melvin standing still. And Michael Rust as well standing still. So that has gone super wrong for 3 of the top guys.
Yeah, I think at that point the tyres are starting to wear quite a bit, and I think maybe Melvin has just, as he came out of the corner, put down the field too fast, and he oversteered.
Well, this is going to turn the event completely upside down, because, as I said, Pieter Geldenhuys, all done at this, is now chasing down Jay de Villiers.
And you can see, like you said, Mr. Consistent is just going to keep the pressure on, waiting for that opportunity for Jay to make a mistake and capitalize on that.
So just to recap here, we've got Dani van Rooyen leading the race. Oh, and Dani makes a rare mistake.
You don't often see that from Dani.
Pretty sure that his wife tapped him on the shoulder, or he had that little pit bull by his ankles. And I can promise you, if we had a mic here, we would have heard that. But
Correct.
yeah, rare mistake there from Dani. Dylan not falling back too far in second place. But I think Dani is just controlling the whole matter at the moment. As we just saw a mistake from him, it might be that he's losing concentration in trying not to push too hard. You still with us, Ernest?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay,
Just
just
had a
watching
look
there
at the
for a
stream,
moment.
everything good.
And then third place man at the moment is Ryan Ludik. So Ryan absolutely flying. I mean, he hasn't put a foot wrong. They've still got to come up with pit stops though, so that should be quite interesting. And then fourth place will be, I do believe, Jada Villiers. Yeah, Jada Villiers in fourth place, and he's coming on attack from Pieter Geldenhuys. And what I tell you, Ernest, look out for this old man. He is the master of endurance races in SRA. And I can promise you, he's loving this, and he will have his pit strategy set up properly. And I think we might see him on the podium if it continues like this, except with Ryan, that's absolutely fine. If Ryan makes one single mistake on the pit stop, then we're going to see Pieter Geldenhuys right up there to battle for third or possibly second place.
Yeah, 100%. I think, like you said, the pit stops is definitely going to change the game a bit, seeing who's adding fuel, everybody's obviously going to take a new set of tires, but it's the fuel. Let's see who takes up more fuel, and that will obviously determine the time spent in the pits.
Well, not just the fuel. They've got to make a choice where they literally have to. And we see Peter going a bit sideways there. So Peter is pushing. He's not holding back. You rarely see Peter going into a slide, and he's on the hunt. But as I was about to say, and again, they're catching up there to the car of Kevin Krauser. And we're going to jump to Kevin and see how he handles this. Kevin knows these guys are quick. He doesn't want to get into their way. He's on his first ever sim race, and he pulls away. Well, good job there, Kevin. Getting out of the way of these big guys. And he's just driving there for seat time, getting used to this. As I said, his first ever sim race. Oh, and Jaco Wiese, is that Jaco or is that Melvin? Not sure, just missed that one.
I could not also see.
That is the Camaro, so that's Melvin Goos coming under pressure from Michael Rust.
Yeah, and this is where... Okay,
Mark
Kevin
goes for
again
the
has nicely got to the left, and the guys are both passed.
Oh, and Melvin going for a bit of side there, so Michael might have this one. It's so close to call at the moment for 45 minutes race. These guys are absolutely pushing the shit out of the car, so to speak.
No, 100% right. Now I'm telling you, it's at the point where those tires are really wearing out at the moment. So every lap that you take now changes the dynamics of the vehicle.
Well, we were watching this, and it seems Jaco Wiese has caught up to Pieter Geldenhuys now, but Jay is running wide, so Pieter goes for a pass, and Pieter dives into the pit, so this should be interesting.
Yes.
So Pieter Geldenhuys goes for early stop there.
If I'm not correct, he's the first guy that's gone into the pits today.
No, I see Chantal de Jager there, our only lady driver, pulling out of the pits there.
Okay.
Car number 911, she stops, she does not want to get in their way. And she is literally waiting for all of them to pass.
Oh, there goes Peter.
And we see one of the Mustangs, and Peter doing a superb job there. He's actually gone past Chantal after stopping after her. Another driver that we haven't spoken about, Leon Berger there in the... Another Namibian driver in the Pro X Racing Mustang car, looking absolutely superb. He actually had quite a good qualifying time, but he's been struggling a bit throughout the race. But as we said earlier, these guys are used to sprint racing, and it's a completely different ball game once you go into this whole endurance race.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's 45 minutes of holding onto the steering. Those guys that's got the DD wheels are really having to work hard, and yeah, it's not an easy car to drive, and it's consistency that brings you through this thing. You don't have a drive, then you should be quite safe.
We see Ernest Heather there, all on his own, no traffic, no problems, just putting in the laps. Not an easy track, teammate of Donny van Rooyen there in the second of the maximum effort cars, doing a superb job, not making any mistakes. And commentator's curse there, unfortunately.
Yeah, 100%. No making no mistakes, and then they go runs wide.
Well, look at this. Jakovic is now caught up to Jay. So I think Jay might be struggling with tyres because he's losing a lot of time, and that is... and Jay goes for it. So, yeah, we just spoke about tyres. Jay going into the pit there, and not an easy pit entrance, to be honest.
No, 100%. And let's see what effect Peter's pit stop has got if he actually manages to get out in front of Leon, because I think that's what happened. He just passed me and went to the pits.
Let's have a look at this. It's our rookie driver and our only lady driver, Chantal, having done a pit stop. I'm not sure if Kevin has stopped, but Chantal is pushing to try and catch up to Kevin. So, both in Camaros. We're going to stick around with this one for a bit. We know Donny is controlling the race at the moment, and going to be very, very interesting to see how this unfolds.
Yeah, indeed. I would love to see when Chantal comes up to Kevin. Let's see what happens.
So Kevin, they're getting passed by Jay de Villiers. Jay just having come out of the pit, and Jay pushes it onto the grass there. That is a bit ballsy, because you've got the sharp right-hander.
And let me tell you one thing, once those wheels touch the grass, it's not easy to maintain that straight line.
They do not like it. Well, what it would be nice if Kevin can actually come here and help his old man out. We see Kevin there running into the wall a bit. And that's going to allow Chantal to catch right up to him. But as we said earlier, not the easiest of tracks, and these walls do not move.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this part of the track that they're in, it's not your friend to pass. You need to know what you're doing, otherwise you're going to put yourself right into the wall or overshoot the next apex.
Well, I'm not sure if is that Donny.
That's Ernest Heather.
That's Ernest Heather going for a massive.
Yep.
Look at that. Through
again,
the
commentator
curse, and Ernest was absolutely committed there. Chantal hanging back through these. She calls this thing the oversized bumblebee. She does not like the car at all, but she's finished every single race. And Kevin actually putting away through the twisties here. And another quiet driver that we haven't spoken about, Lyle Ramsey. I mean, he's well known in South African circles. He is quite quick in the front wheel drive. He's thrown himself into this rear wheel drive. And and massive contact there between Ernest Heather, and I do believe that is Kevin Krause. And Lyle taking evasive action, Chantal taking evasive action. So not quite sure what happened there, but there was contact. And Lyle keeping it, as he says on the door, cool drive, getting through the traffic, as I said, an old Anik motorsport. And he goes to the pit. So all the guys starting to pit now, and this is going to make it very, very interesting. We can see Michael Russ there, and he's actually caught up to Melvin Ghost. Yes, that's the car of Melvin Ghost there. So a lot happening here at the moment.
Yeah, bit of bad luck there for Ernest Heather. Don't know what really happened there, but obviously it was in that long straight, as we said earlier. You're riding maximum speed at that areas, and slightest touch would just throw you off the track.
Well, Donny van Rooyen got this in control. He's got it in the back. The maximum effort car, sponsor of the series. And he goes for a late pit stop. That's actually quite late, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sure that's very late. So he obviously tried to take everything out of their tyres. I'm sure he's going to fill up with a little bit of fuel, put on those new rubber, and then he's going to try and increase that gap.
Dylan has taken his pit stop, and he's on an absolute roll. Will it be enough to catch Donny? I do not think so. I think Donny's got this one worked out perfectly, and he might just join ahead of Dylan here.
That's right. Well, let's have a look once Dylan
there
comes
we
around
see
the straight.
Donny has done his pit.
Donny's
So
up.
Donny has got this one completely back, to be honest. If he doesn't make a mistake, he's got it. You can't even see Dylan. Dylan only coming into the first corner now, so Donny is well away, across the field. What should be interesting is Ryan Lurik now. Ryan has also stopped, and is not too far back from Dylan.
Yeah, you can see different bit strategies has obviously changed this race a bit. Donnie has really increased that gap now. Ryan's gotten a bit closer to Dylan.
So we're going to have a look at this. Going through the field, Jakovisa there, trying to chase down Jay de Villiers. Jay de Villiers has quietly been going about it and doing a superb job in that Pizza Hut Camaro.
Yeah, 100%. He's just also, every time he's under pressure, but he keeps calm and just puts his head into it, and he just stays in front there.
Michael Rust not holding back either. He's catching up Melvin Goes for sure. I don't think Melvin is in the happiest of places at the moment. That Camaro not 100% set up to this track, and I don't think the driver as well 100% set up.
Melvin hasn't taken his pit stop yet, am I right?
As far as I know, he has, as has Michael Rust. And Melvin running a bit wide there, so really pushing that car over the limit, and that is going to cost him tyre wear, which will allow Michael Rust to catch up.
Yeah, and I think you're slightly off the racing line there. That reduces a little bit of your momentum going through the gap, and if the guy behind you has got that racing line, he just moves up right behind you.
Well, interestingly enough, Peter Geldenhuis at the moment running a lonesome race. We're not quite sure where he's at, guys. As we said, it's a post-recording of the race that happened last night, and we haven't got the live timings here. But Peter Geldenhuis pushing that Camaro on the limit. You can hear him revving it right into the limiter there. But not doing bad at all. I think he's up into 5th or 4th place at the moment. We're just going to track back quick. Yeah. So Melvin comes through, Michael Rust. So Peter Gelder is currently in 4th place. As I said earlier, watch out for the old man. He's got this one dialed in. And yeah, there we go. He's got a solid 4th place there. I'm not sure he's going to catch Ryan Lurik. Ryan Lurik on an absolute fly. I don't know what happened to him, but he is slowly but surely catching Dylan. You can see up ahead there. He is quickly actually catching up to Dylan Visagie.
Oh, so we've got it first Donnie, then Dylan, 3rd place Ryan, and then we're looking at Peter Geldenhuis, Melvin Goes and Michael Rust. So unfortunate that incident with Jaco has pushed him right to 8th.
We see Ryan coming up there to Kevin moving out of the way, and oh, Ryan just touches the wall there. Fortunately for him, he knows a panel beater, so he should be sorted. But you can see, Ernest, Ryan is absolutely on the limit. He's on a mission to try and catch up with Dylan. And Dylan at the moment in 2nd place is not that far up ahead the road.
Yeah, I think it's 2 corners, and then let's have a look. We'll have to see exactly what the space is like.
There you can see Ryan. So yes. Ryan is on the charge. Ryan did a late pit stop. He's going to have a bit better tyre grip, so to speak, than Dylan. And Dylan's going to have to concentrate to keep him behind, as Dani van Rooyen is already coming down onto the main straight. So Dani has pulled a massive gap.
No, indeed. He's dialed in that, and he's already catching the back markers as well again. He's really done that justice to that pit stop and just put in the right amount of fuel.
Catching up there to his teammate. Unfortunately, we saw Ernest there spinning out, and he's just going to take it home for team points. But superb to see these 2 cars together on track. We're going to stick with this one to get a moment of these 2 cars together on track. This livery is looking absolutely superb. The yellow, blue and white. It's become familiar with SRA, and Dani van Rooyen has become familiar for running in the lead. And it does so once again.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that number 1 big red one on Dani's roof is just monumental for how Dani performs. And yeah, like you said, this livery is just bringing these cars to justice. Hopefully, it could be a first, second in a couple of months to come. But Ernest said he's going to have to work very hard on that, because Dani is bringing an A game.
Well, Dani is a big man with a big heart, and he's always out there to help. You can call him 12 in the evening. He will always help. He will help with the setup. He will absolutely go out of his way to get everyone to join, to race, to have fun. And there we see the 2 team cars together. A rare moment.
So you can see the two liveries are basically opposite of each other. So where the yellow is, where Donnie has got the yellow, Ernest has got the blue. So awesomely done there.
Well, a good screenshot here coming up, and you can see these guys, Molly, as we call her, Chantal the Jager, moving out of the way there. Actually, interesting enough, that is the wife of Michael Rust. So they're sitting next to each other racing. Michael Rust here currently in 6th place, chasing down Melvin Ghost. Melvin Ghost actually having pulled away, but Michael actually taking the first position due to Melvin Ghost unfortunately cutting the chicane a couple of times, and that will see him getting disqualified from the event. But back to the battle, and look at this. Ryan Lurie catching up to Dylan Visagie at quite a quick pace at the moment.
Yeah, interesting. He's really made up some good time there. It's going to be an interesting couple of laps. I'm sure by now Dylan can see Ryan in his back view mirror and knows that he's got to put his foot down. But again, do not overdrive the vehicle, or the racing car, not a vehicle in this instance. Let's see what they do.
Well, this should be interesting. If you look at this, Ryan is actually catching up quite quick. So I'm not sure if Dylan, as we're going to go onto his car, and we might go for an onboard view just to see what exactly is going on here, because it seems like Dylan is struggling with grip there. Yeah, you can see Dylan not really getting, he can't put the power down, he's sliding all over the place, so he's cooked his tires for sure.
Yeah, I think he's definitely got those tires, and as you can see, these vehicles already, as they are with good tires, don't like you to put the
lot
foot
of
down,
understeer there from Dylan.
And it's quite tricky that there's a back marker as well, and it's Chantal.
Catching up to Chantal quite quick here. And now this is going to allow Ryan Lurie. Look at this, Ryan right, and you can see Ryan is on the charge. He's got a lot better grip. Oh, a bit of a slide there from Ryan. Short shifting, so he's... So just a quick onboard view there, and Ryan Lurie absolutely hammering this Camaro. He is hungry for the second place for sure. Lyle Ramsey there, just putting the laps in. Just going to go through the field quick to see what's happening out there.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen any major changes. Still the first three is unchanged. Actually, the first 5, 6, it's up to Michael Rust. Jay de Villiers is 7th. Jakovice still 8th. Yanni running a 9th. 11th is Leon Berger.
Oh, and Yanni Gutierrez running into the wall there. So that's not going to do the car any good. That was a hard shunt there by Yanni. So, I mean, these, as I said earlier, these guys used to a 20-minute race. They've been putting now on a 45-minute race. They are getting tired with these wheels they're running. And these cars do work you. You do get tired, believe you me.
Yeah, 100%. I think, as you said, as the tires where you actually work much harder to it. You can't overdrive.
And look at this.
The vehicle at all.
Look at this. Ryan Lurie now right on the rear. Well, not right on the rear bumper, but getting there very, very quick. He is catching up super quick. And this is going to, towards the end of the race, I think we've got about 10 minutes remaining, which is about 3 laps. And Ryan is absolutely flying in the Camaro. You can see the front wheel slip up there over the kink.
Yeah, 100%. No, and it hits the curb slightly there. But again, this is to position yourself in those apexes to make sure you get the better drive out of the corner.
But you
can have a look
again,
who's got.
If you look at the car of Dylan Visagie, very low on the ground, very stiff. Whereas Ryan has got the Camaro set up extremely high and very soft. If you look at the body roll. So
Yeah,
could this
exactly
be?
what you mean.
Could this be that the tyre wear is a lot less, which is allowing him to catch up that quick? Because something is definitely up with Dylan's car.
Very interesting observation you made there. Yeah, I can see that exactly. And it's also more forgiving hitting the curbs. You can see when Ryan hits the curbs, he needs to basically play with that steering to keep it on the track.
And again, Ryan riding the curb there. If you try that in Dylan's car, he's going to be all over the place. So Dylan is a bit restricted there, and I think that is costing him some time. But Ryan is at 110%.
100%. And I mean, you can see Donnie has gotten the gap. It looks like they've slightly closed the gap, but I think Donnie is just basically taking it easy now. He's not overdriving that car, pushing 100% at all.
Yeah, Donnie's just backed off it. He knows he's got a couple of laps to go. He's even going far from the walls. He's nursing the car home. He knows he's got nothing to lose. If he doesn't make any mistakes, he's got this one in the bag, because these two guys are not going to make it easy for each other. They're super competitive. Two youngsters from SRA. They've been racing together for as long as I can remember running SRA, and this should be quite an epic battle to follow towards the end.
Yeah, 100%. I think Donnie as well. I think he's dialed in that fuel so nicely that he's just tapped off a bit to make sure he makes it to the end.
And again, you can see as soon as Ryan comes over the crest, the car completely lifts off the ground.
Yeah, 100%. You can see that Ryan's definitely got the better drive out of these corners. It's going to be interesting coming down the mine shaft here and see.
Oh, and Ryan touches
when
the
he's
wall.
Slightly clipped the wall.
So Dylan trying to conserve tyres here, because he's not running into any walls. He's just trying to put in the laps. He knows it's not an easy track to pass. Ryan has gone balls to the wall. He's got nothing to lose, and he is pushing as hard as this Camaro can possibly go.
And they're right on the back of Donnie there.
I do believe I think that's the car of Ernest Heather. That is the second of the maximum effort cars, is it not?
You're right.
Yeah.
Correct. You're right. Blue bonnet. You're 100% right. That's the car of Ernest Heather. My apologies, Donnie.
But if you go back to Donnie, Donnie has got this one. He's catching up to Lyle Ramsey
Oh,
now.
no, he's got that space dialed in, believe me.
But we're going to stick with this one. This is the closest dice at the moment. Currently, the battle for second place, Dylan Visagie, third place, Ryan Lurik. Fourth place, we have Peter Geldenhuis. Fifth place, Melvin Gous. Sixth place, Michael Rust. I think seventh place is either Yannick Coetzee or Jacovisa. I'm not quite sure there.
Seventh place is Ede Villiers. Eighth is Jacovisa.
So Jaco putting it. And what's going to happen here? Is Ernest going to move away? Yeah, Ernest moves wide. Dylan makes that move, but he runs into the wall. So that's going to cost him some time. He wanted to get it past Ernest as quickly as possible, and that actually cost him some time.
Yeah, 100%. I think Ernest got out of the way there, but it's always very difficult to time what the guy's next move is. Everybody's trying to keep to the racing line.
But again, look at that Camaro. It literally lifts off the ground. So that car running super, super soft. And I think that's what's making the difference here at the moment.
Yeah, definitely, you can see that. Let's have a look. This is where they go down. The previous one, Ryan clipped the wall. This one nice and clean.
We're coming to the closing stages now, and these guys are absolutely flying. You can see as soon as Dylan touches the curb, the car just hops, whereas Ryan just flows over the curbs. So it's a definite setup difference here that's playing into Ryan's hands, I do believe.
Yeah, I think it's exactly as you said it. I think Dylan is really fighting with that car, where Ryan has got a much easier drive.
While these guys running into the last stages, they've got about 2 laps to go. It's got to go down to the wire, the fight for second place. As said earlier, Donnie van Rooyen, 2024 maximum effort Sra V8 Supercars champ. They're doing exactly what he does best, taking it home. He's got about 2 laps to go, not putting a foot wrong. But the biggest dice at the moment is between, and Ryan has passed him. We missed that one, unfortunately, as I went to Donnie. But Ryan has got past Dylan. Dylan fighting back there. Can Dylan make a move? Can he come back? And Ryan going sideways. So Ryan is pushing that Camaro as hard as he possibly can. And Dylan is not holding back for a moment.
Yeah, 100%. You can see Dylan is really not happy that he lost that position, and he's going to try everything to put Ryan under pressure to make a mistake.
Oh, and look at this. They're flying. They're on the limit, both of them.
Wow.
You can clearly see the difference in speed between Donnie and these two guys. Donnie just taking it home, whereas these guys are absolutely... they're not giving an inch. And they're pushing as hard as they possibly can. Can Dylan get the slip? Will he be able to make it around the Camaro? It's Ford versus Chef. What's going to happen here?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Let's see what happens in this final two corners. I think there's another lap left after this.
I do believe they've got one lap left. Not 100% sure yet. And Ryan gets it squirmish under braking. Dylan comes right up there. Can Dylan get the power down? Dylan is absolutely pushing this forward as hard as he possibly can. But the big old Chevy says no, and Ryan says no.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really difficult.
Donnie's still pushing. Donnie going onto the last lap. So Donnie on his final lap, taking it home. He's got this one in the bag. There's no way that anybody is going to catch him. Taking the win and sealing that championship for good. This will also see him going into the Race of Champions at the end of the year. As will Peter Gelderhuis and Michael Rust, who also got on the podium of the championship. But I do believe Dylan has decided to back out of it, take the third place, and the Camaro just seems to be stronger at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. I think I wanted to say that there's no way that he's going. He needs something special in the last lap. You don't want to overdrive the car and make a mistake and basically lose your 45 minutes that you put into it. So good choice by Dylan there. Easing it back and just take third for a win.
Well, you can see Ryan not holding back for a moment. He's still pushing as hard as he can. He does not want to. And again, as I said, you can see the difference in suspension. That Camaro completely lifting up through there.
Yeah, 100%. You could see that.
And Ryan almost losing it. That's exactly what you said now. If you mess it up on the last corner after 45 minutes in something like that, you're going to kick your own balls.
Indeed. See, it could go both ways. Ryan is obviously pushing it, trying to open up that gap, even in the event that he makes a mistake. But you can just check. Dylan has just gotten back to doing ever so slightly.
Well, what a dice between these two guys. We're going to go back to the leader. Donnie van Rooyen there, bring it home. He's going to take this one. And I think he's made it a bit of a slide there. 5 out of 6. That is one. Takes the win, takes the championship. Fantastic job there. Well done, Donnie van Rooyen. Another championship in the bag.
No, definitely. Congratulations, Donnie. Awesome event, and well done for clinching that maximum effort V8 Supercars round 6 and the final round.
He is on the final lap now, so we miscalculated that one because Donnie not holding back yet.
So it will be quite interesting to see. But I'm sure Ryan and Dylan,
Dylan has made a mistake, so Ryan has pulled away completely. I think Dylan has completely cooked those tires. Yeah, you can see sliding out there under power, no traction control, no ABS. Dylan having a hard time at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's just nursing it in this last lap. He knows he should never drive it because the tires are cooked. You're 100% right.
Well, he's got to be happy with after 45 minutes plus a lap, that's 50 minutes of hard racing with a pit stop in these cars on this track. Getting it on the podium is a hell of a job well done.
No, definitely, I do agree with you. Like we said earlier, this is not the best, the easiest of cars and the nicest of tracks. It's a beautiful track to drive, but it's a tricky and technical track.
You've got to have the kahunas of some sort of elephant, to be honest.
And that I think Donnie has got indeed.
Well, man of the moment, going back to it again, Donnie van Rooyen. You can hear him slowing down. He's not pushing that Mustang any harder than he should. Looking good, sounding good, early on the brakes. Gonna bring it home. Yeah, that's another win in the bag for Donnie van Rooyen, as well as the championship sealed. And you can see him backing off there. And my vote is going to go off driver of the day. This man, none other than Ryan Lurik. From what we saw, he was, and you can see him, he's not holding back. He's on the limit of this car. Driver of the day goes to Ryan Lurik, taking second place. Dylan Visagi in third place. As I said earlier, have a look out for this guy, Pieter Geldenhuys. Little curb hopping there, coming up, bringing it home into fourth place. Job well done in the Red Bull Camaro. Uncle Peter, he loves these endurance races. And there we go, another one in the back. Fourth place there for Pieter Geldenhuys. Also on the podium of the championship. We will be sending out the certificates and all that as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, I think well done there to Donnie again, as you said, well-deserved win. I think that livery giving him justice where he says the loud house, those Mustangs and Camaros are definitely loud houses. So well done, Donnie, for clinching that championship. And second place to Ryan Ludik, third, Dylan. Well done, guys. And Peter missed the consistency at fourth.
Well, guys, the end of yet another superb championship. Ernest, as we said earlier, we've got the final round of the touring cars coming up, which is going to be super exciting. A lot still could happen there. Dylan can still clinch the championship from Donnie van Rooyen. Donnie's not going to want to see that happen. And then Melvin Gous, Mark Guy, Wayne Mitten, all of them, they're about 4 guys battling for third place in the championship. It's Kailami, it's a tricky track. It can suit either the front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive cars. And it is going to be an epic battle, that I can promise you. From there on, it's going to be a week's break before SRA moves on to a new series of leagues. And I think we're all proud to say that we've got 4 leagues coming up, running on Sundays and Wednesdays. And it should be the cars that's been tested, the input from the drivers, from the members. So guys, if you're out there, you're looking for a place to race, drop us a message. We're on Facebook, we're on Discord, we're on WhatsApp. Join in. As you saw earlier, we've got new guys joining in. And we help you. We try as much as we can. And should be a good one.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. I think Kevin Krauser can be testament to that. Really joined us and he's really loving it. Guys, join in. Clubbing, we always jump in and help where we can. Any setup requirements for your monitors or whatever the game setup, let us know. Well,
you've got him as Kevin Krauser. I've got him saved on my phone as Crazy Kevin. Because the last I've had the last week, if you get up on a cup day and this guy starts talking with a trial breaking and is, how shall I put it, his partner in crime hitting his head in the windscreen, that was absolutely fantastic. That's a moment I'll never forget. I literally pissed myself listening to that.
You know, when I listen to that, it's exactly like the one voice note you guys used to send with the guy of the Opel revving it.
Oh yeah,
and I just imagine the exact same with Kevin.
One for the books. Ernest, I thank you for joining. We're going to cross over to the last video of the series. We want to thank Donnie van Rooyen for his input, his efforts, and everything he does for sim racing. And looking forward to the next one, Donnie. Miskien hierdie keer ek skop jou gat. Ernest, thanks for joining. Everyone watching the stream. Shot, thanks guys. We'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you guys. Cheers. Thanks, Melvin. Ciao, ciao.